One of the distinguishing characteristics of monastic spirituality is the practice of Lectio Divina. Lectio Divina is about sacred reading of sacred texts in a manner that has developed through the course of the centuries. When you stop and think about the various spiritualities that have come from religious orders and congregations and societies through the centuries, you know that the Jesuits are most famous for the spiritual exercises. The Carmelites are known for contemplative prayer. Sulpicians are known for the reflective reading of different texts. But for us as monks, the distinguishing characteristic for us is that very slow, careful reading of the scriptures in a way that enables us to see how it is that God speaks to us each and every day of our lives.
There's nothing better than the scriptures. Doing Lectio Divina with a particular book of the scriptures, sticking with that message for a while, and letting it sink into you, keep going over it just very slowly, letting it kind of wash over you. It slowly changes you rather than always having some great epiphany. But when you have those scriptures every day just flowing over you, just coming upon you every day, they become a part of who you are rather than simply being words on a page or a spoken message that someone's given you. They become a part of your life. And so you're changed in ways you don't notice at first, but you can recall those things that you hadn't thought that deeply about, or maybe that you hadn't thought about for a long time, and they just come to you and you realize God is working through this. God is making a change within you, that He's being more involved in your life through His Word.
So a monk would begin by simply reading a text slowly, meditatively, and in the context of that reading, when something particularly strikes him, a word or a phrase, you stop to reflect on that. And you realize that that word is in effect bouncing off the walls of your own heart, reflecting what you hear by means of the faith within you. And importantly then, from that reflection, from that word of God, it then moves to prayer. So in other words, as God has spoken to you, now you, in prayer, respond to God. So we've had reading, reflection, and prayer. The fourth step of Lectio Divina is contemplation, contemplatio. And that is that very simple state of sitting with all that has happened and awaiting to hear what God has further to say.
Well, Lectio in the life of a monk is that place where a monk discovers how God is speaking or trying to speak to his heart. And that is where he discovers both God and his heart. But it is a slow process that takes daily attention. I would say that word attention is perhaps one of the most important pieces of it, to attend to what you're doing, to listen and to watch, to read with the heart open.